Austin Dam is Potter County's greatest historical site. There's nothing that compares to it in this county. In about 1967, I told my wife, I'm going to build a museum in Austin one day. She thought I was nuts. I said, I really am. I said, I'm really thinking about it. I said, when I retire, if nobody's done it, I'm going to do it. Of course, I made many trips to the Borough Council because what actually was on this location before us was a large community house built by Mr. Bayless. And he built it for the community as an apology because his dam broke and ruined the town. But the building was so big, it had 2 lanes for bowling in it. It had full-size theater, ballroom upstairs, restaurants. It was like the consistory of its day. It was quite the place. Well, over the years, the borough couldn't handle it, and finally they sold it for it to be torn down. Well, I came up with this idea. I went to the Borough Council and told them I would like a chunk of land closest to where E.O. Austin's original house was. And that was where the fire trucks drive out of the fire hall. That's where his house was originally. But the 1911 flood took it out. So after a lot of negotiating, they finally agreed to give us this 40-foot square lot here. And had a meeting, and we broke ground on September 30th, that was 2001. And the entire place, it's an exact replica on the outside as the home of the town founder. We've got pictures. If you look at the pictures of his house and this house, it looks identical. Of course, a lot of people, I felt like I was telling Gail, I felt like one of the Wright brothers, you know. So many people says, you're crazy, you can't do it, you're not going to get this, you're not going to get that. There's no antiques left, and that was my main reason, or one of the main reasons to do it, because we were losing a lot of our history. Elderly people were getting sick and passing on, and the antique dealers were coming and taking their stuff away. And I always believed that, and I still believe that there's stuff in people's attics today that they don't know they have. And every day that's proven so. Each room is made up, as you can see, of the merchants area, the doctor's area, the flood area, a little gift shop here, and the school area. Upstairs you have a church section, military section. Maureen Nuske, one of the greatest ladies that ever lived in Austin, wrote the history of the Austin area. So we pretty much go by what her book says. And like Mr. Austin was a JP, he came down here from York's Corners in New York State as a surveyor. But he was a self-proclaimed lawyer. And some of the Potter County lawyers say that he was a finer lawyer than they were. 99.9% of what you see in here actually came from the Austin area. We have a desk, a roll-top desk in Mr. Austin's office that is actually on loan from the Couchport Borough. I know of one in town. The lady doesn't want to part with it for personal reasons. Hopefully one day she can, and when she does, we'll take that one back to Couchport and put that one in here. The collection of stuff that we have is just outstanding. It's even greater than I ever thought it would be. It's not hard to come by. You just have to wait it out. For instance, the hospital. Austin had a hospital, North Penn General Hospital and Sanitarium. And we have many pictures of the outside of it. Nobody knows what it's like inside because they're just about all dead. And there's got to be pictures someplace. And I looked, and Bob Kern helped me, and he couldn't find anything. And one day, the old druggist, Ralph Hernquist, who's gone now, his daughter-in-law sent us some stuff that was in his drugstore, which is the clock over here in this window, and a round window, the Coke bottles and whatnot. And in it was a book on the North Penn General Hospital and Sanitarium. And by God, it was full of pictures of the inside of the hospital. So I reproduced the pictures and put them around the main picture up there. We don't have any, our only source of income really is donations. We don't charge for people coming through here. If you want to leave a donation, that's fine, it's greatly appreciated. We do have a dinner auction once a year, usually in March, about the middle of March. And we've raised in one night as high as $10,000 and as low as $8,000. So we do pretty good on that. The borough gives us the property. We don't pay any tax. They give us free sewage and water. We pay the utilities, insurance, and everything else that it takes to keep the place going. We're open Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 1 to 4. Thursday evenings from 4 till 7, and Saturday from noon till 4. And we've got all volunteers that will sit in here and just answer questions or whatever. You know, people come in, and we've had over 1,000 people a year come through here, which we're pretty proud of for a town this size. I always figure we need to give people a reason to stop in Austin, not just zip on through it, you know. And this has really done the job here.